All right, who's here on Karen Garnica?
And the other one's Riley. Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Riley Allen.
And this is for sentencing.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 00279, State versus Karen Garnica. Can our parties announce for the record for the state?
Johnny Rodriguez for Mrs. Garnica.
And are you Miss Garnica?
Yes.
All right, you entered a plea of guilty on April 3rd. The court ordered a TAP evaluation. According to your plea bargain agreement, the state recommends community supervision. Have both parties had a chance to review the TAP evaluation?
Yes, for the defendant, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
Any objection to the TAP evaluation?
No, Your Honor.
All right. State,
No objection.
all right.
Sorry.
No problem.
I just want to clarify one point, Your Honor.
Mhm.
On the evaluation, it indicates that she continued doing cannabis after the accident. It was just a one-time occasion, 2 weeks after the accident.
All right, you shouldn't be doing it at all, because here's the thing. What has happened in this case is something that's devastating to all parties involved. And for you to show the court that you realize what you've done shouldn't be you're taking actions that are illegal actions. You understand? Your thought process needs to be changed. Do you have any children? How far did you go in school? And are you employed? What do you do?
I'm sales representative.
Okay. I'm sorry?
I'm a sales representative.
Okay, and what do you sell?
Granite, products.
Okay, and what is your work schedule?
For 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
All right, Ms. Abrams, this is what we're gonna do in this case. And state you may be excused. Court is gonna find you guilty. The court is gonna sentence you to 10 years in prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be intensive outpatient treatment with probation, and I'm following the recommendation for the TAP evaluation.
Judge, if I may add also, she's from Laredo, Texas, so we're asking the court to see if maybe she can do those things in Laredo, Texas.
All right, there'll be a transfer to Del Rio. What county is that?
It's Webb County, Your Honor, Laredo, Texas.
All right, Webb County. There is to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. 200 hours of community service restitution. 2-year license suspension. DWI education course. Victim Impact Panel Live. Are you on any type of GPS or anything?
Yes.
All right, there's going to be GPS for 20 days in lieu of 10 days in the Bexar County Jail. And the reason why I'm doing that, because there's overcrowding at the jail and you're employed, and the court is going to find that it'll be a hardship for you to lose employment. So partial GPS for employment for 20 days. Ignition interlock, full term. Do you have a vehicle? Are you driving?
No, but I have a portable breathalyzer.
All right, so it's ignition interlock full term on any vehicles that the defendant has access to, or there's to be an affidavit of non-driving. And with that, there can be a portable monitoring device, full term. Probation, is there anything else?
It's
Yes.
Laredo.
Laredo. I thought you said Del Rio.
Yeah, he said Del Rio.
I said Laredo. You said Laredo, but it's Laredo, Texas, Webb County.
Okay. Laredo.
Fine.
All right. Is there anything else, probation? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Yes, probation?
Judge, I did forget one thing.
Yes.
Did you want field visits if they do field visits there?
Yes. Field visits, one time per month for 8 months.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and we can go off the record. Ms. Abrams, they just sent us, I think I gave it to you and put it on your desk. Supposedly they have a new alcohol monitoring system that's done with the watch. I don't know if y'all are doing that or not. All right, good luck to you.
Have excuse, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Judge, and I also have Miss O'Brien, O'Banion. Okay,
Oh, is it O'Bannon?
huh? O'Banion, yeah.
Oh, have her come up.
Leslie,
No, it's.
um,
Not yet, I can do that right now.
we're at an impasse. And I've had her psychologically evaluated. She's gonna come back competent,
Okay.
but, I don't think we're gonna get a plea bargain done today.
Okay.
Well, okay. What is your concern?
Mr. Nady.
Ma'am, good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Happy Easter.
Oh, happy Easter to you too. How are you doing? Yes,
Good to see you. Good morning.
you too.
I'm sorry about this, but my stepdad did catch me and I apologize, so I didn't.
All right, so let me explain something. The facts, but here's the thing. I understand what you want to talk to me about, but I want to stop you for a little bit, all right? And the reason why I want to stop you just a little bit is because your attorney may not want you to tell me about certain facts of your case. All right?
I've done a year's time, 360 days. So I was trying to see if I could get, conference and take charge and.
Oh, well, here's the thing. That's negotiations. So you'll have to speak with your attorney about that. And your attorney will have to speak to, well, here's the thing. You need to speak to your attorney about that. Your attorney will have to speak to the state about that. Then you can come back and approach, okay? So counsel, if you want a reset, I'll give you a reset, or if you want to.
I'll do the probation.
Here's a concern that,
I'll
Miss
do the probation.
Miss O'Banion has too, is that she has been, it's been recommended that you do them in my mental health.
Oh, that's fine, I'll do it.
She's not aware that she has to stay in custody until they interview her.
That's fine.
She's under the impression that she's gonna get out today.
All right, you will not be out today. What I can do is I can do a referral to the mental health court and see if they'll accept her.
Okay,
All right, Miss Ferguson.
I'll do that.
All right,
And I'll do 3 years probation with you all.
no. Here's the thing. We're gonna see about mental health court. Mental health court, if you're accepted into that program and you successfully complete it, there is no plea. It's sort of a pretrial diversion program, okay? So, Norma, let's refer this to mental health court. What dates are they accepting?
Stay.
They're gonna tell me. Well, let me explain to you. The reason why you may have been in custody a while is because anytime someone is deemed to be incompetent, let me just explain to you the process. Legally, according to the law, and this is something you'll have to change with the legislature. If you deem to be incompetent and it is a violent offense, this is alleged to be a violent offense, what ends up happening is you are transferred to the state hospital. I have no control over that. That's the law. I'm just telling you the law. I have no control. What date, Ms. Ferguson?
That's what he offered me.
All right, Miss Ferguson, what date? What date? All right, so we're gonna come back on May 12th. All right, thank you.
yeah, they're gonna try to get you some mental help.
What does that mean?
Just go to the court.
In jail or? do you have to
They'll
go
get out.
there?
Yes, she just told you. Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome.
Sorry to bug you on that, but,
Oh, no, it's
Had to
not a
be-
problem.
had to
That's
be
what I'm
done.
here for.
okay.
All right, court is calling 2018 CR 12679 State versus Stephanie Sandoval.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. If I can have parties announced.
Jason, Garrett here for the state. Nathaniel Navy for Miss Sandoval.
And are you Miss Sandoval? You need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Stephanie Sandoval who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2018 CR 12679 for the offense of assault peace officer judge on October 4th, 2019 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Correct.
Is that you? Yes or
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor, violating condition number 5 in Bear County, Texas, defendant Stephanie Sandoval did in there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of October, November, and December 2024, in violation of condition number 5.
All right. How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
The waiver remain violated condition.
No objection. No. Your
Did you
Honor.
understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Just-
Do you,
And I apologize. I thought it was a third-degree felony which she was charged with.
no,
Okay.
it's listed as a second.
It is.
All right. So did you understand that? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5? That's either yes or no. If you don't want to continue to go forward with this, then it will be set for a contested.
I'm hoping not.
No. I'm not here to figure out what your agreement is. My only question for you is, you've pled true to violation of condition number 5. Is that correct? All right. So do you understand that I can revoke you regardless of whatever agreement you reach with the state? I can revoke you and sentence you up to 20 years in prison. Do you understand?
Can I have just a moment, Judge?
Sure.
Just a minute.
All right, we're back on the record in 2018 CR 12679. So my question to you is, you're entering a plea of true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes.
All right. Do you understand by entering true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes.
Court is going to find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, there is, Your Honor. It is to deny the motion to adjudicate, continue on a deferred with the amended conditions of extending for 2 years. Also, a TAP evaluation of all of custody and a body drug court evaluation. If she's not accepted, the state is recommending, I believe the defense counsel might argue on this, if she's not accepted, body drug court, safe.
And that's our understanding of what the state is recommending, Judge. I guess my understanding is we do have an agreement to extend and keep her on her probation or community supervision. We would just be asking for an intensive, monitored outpatient type situation with drug testing. And Judge, there's a lot that I'd like for you to consider.
Yes.
We can do it briefly if I could just
Sure.
swear my client in.
Oh, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. Sir.
All right. State your name for the record.
Stephanie Sandoval.
All right, you may proceed.
Okay, Ms. Sandoval, you're aware that you've failed to report for multiple months on this community supervision, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And can you tell us what happened in July of 2024?
The father of my child and love of my life was killed in a big accident, and we have a 3-year-old.
Okay, what kind of an accident was that?
A lady took her cancer treatment pill for the first time and fell asleep at the wheel, so he was ejected and he flatlined 3 times and had a heart attack.
Okay. And is his name Ricardo Arana?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is a copy of his obituary?
Correct.
And Judge, I've tendered this to the state, if I could just proffer to the court for your consideration.
You're our counsel.
Thank you, Judge, appreciate it.
Mhm.
Okay. And did Mr. Arana provide childcare to your daughter as well as yourself?
Yes.
Okay, and so once he was killed, essentially most of the burden fell on you, is that correct?
Correct. My car was out of commission. I didn't have it. I was a stay-at-home mom for 3 years. My daughter was born with a medical condition, so once he was gone, I couldn't leave her at home alone because, obviously to go to the lab, you need somebody to care for your children because they're not allowed there.
Okay.
I'm not making excuses. You know, it's my responsibility, but I couldn't leave her alone.
Okay. Have you historically had issues with alcohol?
Yes, and
Okay.
I'm not making excuses, my past transgressions. I just don't want to be her fault for her to lose both of her parents with any
All right, so here's my question. Where is your child now? Who's taking care of the child? All right, so here's the problem the court has. One, I think inpatient treatment is the best for you because looking at the motion to revoke, I understand that you're only pleading to number 5, but I have all of these violations of condition number 2, and it's before the death of your husband using meth and amphetamines over and over, and then not submitting to drug testing over and over. So you have a choice, and let me just tell you what your choice is. I can revoke you, I'll sentence you to 3 years in the prison, or either you're staying in the custody, you're gonna be referred to felony drug court. If felony drug court doesn't accept you, you're going to safety. Those are your only choices.
Could we present you I have some things regarding the drug use to present, if that's okay, Judge.
Sure, you
If I
can.
could ask her about that.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, and so there have been positive tests for amphetamines, correct?
Sure.
What mental health conditions do you struggle with?
I have ADHD, PTSD, anxiety.
Okay, and, were you taking Adderall?
Yes,
And you're aware that Adderall contains amphetamines?
yes,
And admittedly, were there times where you took that without a prescription?
yes,
Okay. But do you currently have a prescription for that?
yes.
Okay, and I've tendered this to the state as well. Is this a copy of
My
your
current-
current prescription?
Yes.
Copy this to the court as well.
Ooh.
Okay. And is there anything else that you'd like for this judge to know? About your motivations, your hope moving forward, and anything about your case?
Yes, I know that drug supervision and being drug tested is imperative as well as federal support. I'm currently with Continuum doing an IOP, but also the Children's Specialty Court contacted me. And I really want to work with them to try to be unified with my child, which I will also be getting drug tested 3 times a week. Judge, I made so many mistakes in my life that have kept me from doing well.
And so regardless of what happens in this court, you're going to be drug tested 3 times a week. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. You've been on this probation since 2019. You missed drug testing. You've been using Adderall, sometimes with a prescription, sometimes without a prescription. So you have 2 choices. I can send you to prison for 3 years, or either you're gonna be referred to felony drug court. If felony drug court doesn't accept you, you're going to safety. If you're honest with felony drug court, what I can tell you is felony drug court will accept you. It's a difficult program. They will work hand in hand with the CPS court. Those are your only 2 choices. So what do you choose?
I want to try going to the drug court so I can try to get my daughter back.
All right, so the court is going to deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions to the following in custody. There should be a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then there's to be safety. And there's to be 160 sober meetings in 160 days upon release. No unsupervised contact with minors. And probation, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Judge, she needs to be extended.
Yes, thank you. I knew I was thinking about that. Extend for 2 years.
And just to clarify, Judge, the no unsupervised contact with minors, does that apply to her daughter as well, or is that?
Yes.
Okay. Because I know that there's I guess a CPS.
Yeah, there's.
Thing
we
going
have a
on?
Visitation and we were hoping to reunify within 6 months to a year.
Well, that visitation needs to be supervised, and usually that's what CPS does.
It is,
But if CPS eventually at some point were to modify it so that she could have custody, would this be modified as well, Judge?
Well, she'll need to come here. A motion will need to be filed. I'll hear it. And what I can tell you is during that hearing, they can appear by Zoom, but I'm gonna need the caseworker and the children's attorney if there is a child's attorney.
Understood, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too, Judge.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Appreciate it.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 002787 and 2025 CR 002788. State versus Heather Pippin. Can I have parties announced?
Any for the state of Texas?
Yeah, Ron Ross for the film.
And are you Miss Pippin? All right, in each cause number, you're charged with offenses. The range of punishment is 2 to 10 years and up to a $10,000 fine. In each cause number, did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? In each cause number, your punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There are no applications. The cause numbers will run concurrently. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with the complainant. With an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition or be designated as primary custodial parent. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in each cause number, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right. In each cause number, after reviewing each cause number, the court will find that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
And honestly, I will tell you this, I know that when I was asking you, are you satisfied with the way you've been represented, and you paused? Honestly, this is a case where you probably deserve life in prison for doing this to a child, but your attorney was able to get you a bargain of 8 years. I'm going to follow that, but you deserve so much more. So the court is going to, in each cause number, well, let's start with this. In cause number 2025 CR 002788, the court is finding you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, of course, because the court is legally required to. $1,500 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 002787. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with minors. And there's to be no contact with the complainant. In cause number 2025 CR 002787, court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 002788. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with minors and no contact with the complainant. We can go off the record. So here's the thing. This, what you did is some kind of Sybil stuff from the movie Sybil with the abuse going on. You are one of those people. You shouldn't be around children and you shouldn't be around animals. Anything that is vulnerable, you should not have any contact with them because it's going to be dangerous for them. So I'm ordering no contact with minors. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good luck. Thank you.
Have a seat, ma'am.
Court is calling 2025 CR 001641 State versus James Kellogg. Can I have parties announced for the record? State. Defense.
Sean Sheffield, Your Honor, ready.
And are you Mr. Kellogg? All right, you're charged with evading arrest detention with previous convictions. That makes it a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. State recommends community supervision. They're taking in consideration 2024 CC 741125, 2024 CC 741126. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, sir.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years and there be a TAP evaluation. Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. Court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, sir.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Regarding the TAP evaluation, Your Honor, we're asking that he be released and be able to do that out of custody. Currently, he's informed me he's been 5 years sober, no issues with that. So he does not believe that there's going to be any issues with the TAP evaluation. Your Honor.
All right, why do you keep running from the police? Here's the
lately.
thing, if you keep, you've learned in Texas, if you keep running from the police, whether it's on foot or not, they will enhance you. And now you're in a felony court, not because you were evading the police in the vehicle, but because you were running. And 9 times out of 10, if you're running, you're gonna get caught.
Yes, Your Honor, lately it's just that I had an issue with being tased.
Well, then we come back to why you were tased, what's
I do
going on.
work
All right, how far did you go in school?
to look for,
Why didn't you graduate?
I dropped out.
Why? And I ask these questions because one, these are things you need to think about. And two, I'm trying to make a decision on what conditions to set for you so you can be successful in life. So do you have any support system here?
Yes, my mother,
All right, do you have any children?
no,
All right, that's probably a good thing until you get your life in order. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 3 years, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 200 hours of community service restitution, 100 of hours will be waived if he completes his GED. I'm not requiring it, but if he does, 100 hours will be waived. The remaining 100 hours will be waived if he obtains some sort of trade school certificate. Again, I'm not going to require that. So whether you're doing 200 hours of community service, working in the sun, picking up trash, or improving yourself is completely up to you. There is to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Field visits 1 time per month for 7 months. Proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. TAP evaluation out of custody
Thank you, Judge.
and 60 sober meetings in 60 days. Is there anything else you need in order to be successful?
yeah, a better support system, honestly.
Oh, well, that will help you if you do, which I'm ordering. Once you do your sober support meetings, you'll have a support system.
Thank you.
All right. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. Hello. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 011675, State versus Craig Cantu. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Rick Fanning for the state of Texas.
Monica Guerrero for Mr. Cantu, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Cantu? All right, you entered a plea on February 27th of no contest. There was an application for deferred adjudication. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 6 years in the prison. State is opposed to your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report or TAP? State? Defense?
No,
Any
Your-
witnesses?
No, Judge, I do have some certificates to show the court.
All right, thank you. All right, the court will hear arguments. State you're opposed. Why are you opposed?
Given his criminal history of 2005 resisting arrest, that he did 9 months jail on, 2008 possession of marijuana, 24 days jail, 2009 possession of marijuana, 24 days jail.
Okay, you're moving too quickly. Court reporter has to take it down. All right,
2012 possession of marijuana, 27-day JSAT, 2013 terrorist threat, 22-day JSAT, 2018 possession of controlled substance, 2 years in the prison. Most recently, 2020 assault, friendly violence, 96-day JSAT. With his record, Your Honor, combined with the facts of the case, combined with the fact that he has had an opportunity to rehabilitate himself in the past with 3 prior trips to SADF and 1 to ISF, those dates are 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2023. It's the state's position that he's had his opportunity to get the help with probation that he should have gotten in the past, but now we're here after 4 attempts to do so and feel like what's changed. I don't feel like there will be a change at this point, and with not with the facts of this case and the other case that we did take consideration about and gun being used, I feel that the 6 years of cap is the best appropriate sentence for you.
all right, defense.
And on behalf of my client, Your Honor, while he's been in jail, as you've noticed, he wasn't just sitting around doing nothing. He did complete the batterers intervention program that would have been a condition of a family violence case. He passed the first part of his GED, so he has passed the reading part. He's struggling a little bit with the math, so I guess he's on track to be a lawyer then. He said that he has reached out to Victory Outreach and he's got a bed waiting for him there. He would really like an opportunity to get some drug treatment, maybe felony drug court. I don't know if they can take him with this type of charge. It is not an aggravated charge. But he thinks that if he can get a program like that, that he could get on the straight and narrow and not offend anymore. Everything that he's done in the past has always been related to drugs or alcohol. And even in this incident, he apparently was under the influence of alcohol. So he's asking at this time that the court consider, number one, deferred adjudication so that if he messes up, you can put him in prison for 10 years. And number two, that you send him to some type of a drug rehab or felony drug court.
All right. So, Mr. Cantu, I want you to know that I see people as individuals. And I understand that a lot of times people are going through their own struggles, right? And criminal history, when I was a defense attorney, I would always hate for the state to bring up criminal history because I said, you know, look where we are now, we're changing. But criminal history is sort of like a credit report and it has to be looked at and considered. And I do appreciate the fact that you have availed yourself of the programs at the jail, but I don't think you're appropriate candidate for probation. So the court is going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to a $1,500 fine, time and money rent current. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with the complainant, so that relationship is over. Taking consideration AL 2178-722, I'm going to request the therapeutic community that should help with any drug issues. Going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, and there's to be no contact with minors. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I truly do appreciate that you've tried to improve yourself, going back to class, doing GED. I know that is very difficult, but I don't want you to give up. This is not the end of your life, right? So you're just going to have to learn things. All right. Good luck to you. You're welcome.
Mr. Cantu?
Maybe excuse me.
Yes. All right, everyone. Happy Easter. I'm going to go enjoy my mom and my niece. And then we will be off for the week of Fiesta because Deputy Laura keeps telling me, we were like the children. It was snow day, but you were still making us go to school. So we'll be back at the beginning of May. So you guys be safe. Fiesta is a dangerous time, but a happy time.
I'm gonna sit relaxing.
Yeah. Are you going to chicken on the stick with going to Market Square?
I think the only thing I'm doing for Fiesta this year is the pooch parade. I mean, we take our pooch and we walk around. So we've been doing it the last 7 years, 8 years. So it's fun.
So
Yeah, I mean, now it's a little bit less strenuous on me because I don't have to carry my child.
oh yeah.
Because she would get in the wagon. I was like, a couple years, I go, you're not in the wagon anymore.
Give me a little cart where you can just push me around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But have safe travels.
All right,
Tell
thanks.
Mom I said hi.
All right, I will.
Appreciate you for paying attention and watching us. I want a critiques of what I need to get better at.
Oh, you know what she's gonna say? Jason's my favorite son. He doesn't need to do anything.
I like that idea.
All right.